We have a project in Kempton Park that I am also part on, and that is also part of my learning in terms of growing, becoming a farmer. And obviously I'm learning quite a lot, having to teach other people what I know in Modern Centric about farming. And the idea is to help others as well, especially those living with disabilities, in terms of becoming farmers and being able to have a business in farming and in agricultural as a whole.
Actually entered the industry back in 2005 when I arrived from Durban, and I took a bus and in my bags, and I had this dream that I'm in this big city that is called Joburg, and what do I do? What do I do about this? So of course, I started as a recruitment administrator, where I was basically pushing paper and assisting the recruiters. And of course, I did very well. I was then, promoted into an account executive. From an account executive, I was then promoted into the head of department. From head of department, I was actually promoted into a director. I then realized that, this passion in me, to do more, which is actually an othering the other, was too much for me. What made me choose this industry is because I realized that, there's not a lot of people who are looking at the marginalized communities. When I say marginalized communities, I am talking about the vulnerable youth, those ones who actually complete matric and not knowing what to do thereafter. I am talking about the LGBTQIA+ community, the ones that companies do not understand how to deal with them in the community. I am talking about the persons with disability, where corporate don't even know how to transition them into a corporate, into a company. So those are the things I saw the gaps, and I was like, something needs to be done for the other, because us as Modern Centric, we believe in an othering the other. Every day for me, it's fun, purely for one reason: we are changing people's lives. You cannot afford to have one mentor. You cannot be mentored by one person. So me as a person, of course, I've got 3 mentors. One which is the former vice president of the Durban Chamber of Commerce, and the other one which is the COO of Life Hospitals, and then of course another one which is the CEO of MTN. Those are the people who are actually mentoring me. For me, even in my sleep, I always say Modern Centric is a success story, because Modern Centric literally was founded and started with an amount of 1,500, which I had to divide it, take some of it to register for a website, take some of it to register for marketing material, and some of it to actually take a client out. And I still remember that lunch I had with the client. I literally paid about 152 rands for just tea, and I came out with a deal, and that's what started Modern Centric.
My name is Busiso Mokhale, and I'm the MD of Modern Centric Agricultural Solutions. The idea is to also, kind of give back to the community. So whatever we plant, we're going to give a percentage back to the community, so that at least people also understand that as farmers, some of us actually come from those communities. We have not forgotten about them.
I met him in quite an unfortunate situation. One of our neighbors passed away, and from that moment on, we just sort of became close. His compassion and understanding for people is reflected in his leadership style, and is very driven.
Zach I've literally seen him progress from where he was. The Zach that I know 15 years ago was very young and hungry and extremely ambitious. Now he is double. He is double that. He is ambitious. He is hungry. And what I particularly admire about him is that he wants to build people.
Modern Centric started back in 2018, January, with just one employee, which was myself. And of course, after 4 years, we are sitting with a headcount of over 150 employees with branches nationally.
What got Sakelewe is today, I believe, is hard work, determination. He perseveres and he never takes no for an answer.
We are a multi-award winning youth development and transformation firm. So where we operate within the human capital space, but driving transformation and the upliftment of the youth. I did not obtain any funding to start this business. I literally had a 1,500 rand to start this business. And of course, from that 1,500, I had to divide it accordingly to see exactly what is very, very important in the business. Like, paying for the website, like paying for the necessary tools, marketing tools to start your business.
Learnerships, both for able-bodied as well as persons with disabilities. That's specifically geared towards assisting with the youth portfolio, as well as bursary management programs, where we act basically as the link between the student who's looking for funding and the client who's offering the funding. So we link those two up.
Zakir Mgobo's leadership within modern Centric Holdings is very pivotal because he is a person that drives you, leads you, and never wants you to not succeed. He always pushes you to your limits to make sure that you become a better person, even after every deal that you go through. He pushes you beyond your limits, and at the end of the day, after those limits, you are successful.